Peace, peace, y'all. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany. If you're new, listen, I need you to hear me. I need you to hear me on this message today, okay? Because I can feel that you're searching for clarity and you're almost like at a crossroads, wanting just to know. Like, you want to just know what's next. You want to know what's the best direction for me to go in. And you are searching for that clear answer. You're searching for that understanding. You want to have a sense of a certainty, before you take your next step. And so instead, what you're doing is like there's a whole bunch of fog around you. It's like you're in the fog and you just don't know what to do. And you're almost scared and a little bit of fear of just taking the next steps and just putting one foot in front of the other because you can't see through the fog. And listen, like, I get it because I have been there so many times. The in between space doesn't feel good. The not knowing doesn't feel good. It's really uncomfortable, right? And I feel that as humans, we always want to know. We always just want to know, like, what's next. Because you see, wanting to know always before you take the next step is really you just trying to control what's going on instead of trusting. The opposite of control is faith, it's trust. And when you don't have that full trust and you want to have certainty and you're in this in between space, what it does is it makes you question yourself. It makes you question your choices. Are you capable of making the right choice? And see you get in your head about it and you're like, I don't know. What if I make the wrong choice? But what if there is no wrong choice? What if there is no wrong choice? What if you just simply need to trust that you know that you know that you know? It snowed last night. Oh my gosh, yeah. So what if you just need to just simply trust that you know that you know that you know? Again, it just keeps coming back to know thyself, know thyself. Do you know who you are at your core? It's time to trust your intuition, okay? Trust your divine feminine energy that you have within you. Mm. Here's the thing. When we don't have clarity, we tend to fill in the gaps with fear. It's just how the human mind works. And it's really due to programming and conditioning. If you don't know if you don't know what to expect, then your mind takes over. Your ego is really what takes over. And it starts creating scenarios and things that like aren't even true, that would never even happen. But your imagination starts working against you. And you start doubting and overthinking like crazy. And then what happens is you wind up convincing yourself that you're just lost. And you're just like, I don't know. And you start saying the words, I don't know. I remember one of my old mentors would tell me to remove those words from my vocabulary. I don't know. And what I didn't realize at the time was that he was teaching me a very valuable lesson. He was teaching me that my words are powerful, and the way that I talk about myself and the words that I use to communicate are important. Because every single time you tell yourself, I don't know, you're just reframing You are just you're ingraining into your mind that you don't have the answers within you. And that's not true, because you have all answers within you. So if you're someone who uses "I don't know" a lot, and it's just one of your just go-to phrases, like, I don't know. Sometimes we just have like throwaway phrases, throwaway words that we just kind of say just to kind of fill in the gaps when we're talking. Think about this now. Don't use those words. Okay? Just completely remove it from your vocabulary. And so you convince yourself that you don't have the answers, that you don't have what it takes to make the right decision. And when you feel like you're lost, it creates even more self-doubt. It creates even more self-doubt. And then you start questioning everything. Not only are you questioning yourself and your decision making, but you start questioning everything and everybody around you. This is what the ego does when it takes hold. And so spirit is just like, whoa, 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 you're doing the most. All you need to do is just take a breath and slow down. And when you take a moment to slow down, when you slow down the mind from overthinking, you begin to see things as they are. That fog that you felt like you were in the middle of, you realize that that fog was simply an illusion. You realize that that fog was never actually there. Message. It was make-believe. It was from your psyche. It was from your ego. It was from your conscious mind telling you that you don't know how to make a decision, that you need this clarity in order to move forward. That's the illusion, that you need clarity in order to move forward. Spirit is saying, just see things how they are. Stop overthinking. So I want you to ask yourself, what if you do actually know what to do? What if you do actually know what to do? Then what? What if spirit, your guides, source, have all been speaking to you the entire time, but it was a noise of fear, self-doubt that you were hearing more than you were hearing them? Mm. Mm. And what happens if you flip that on its head? Do you think things could get better for you? Do you think that you could be able to move forward in life with more flow and more ease? Instead of feeling like you need to control things and feeling like you need to know everything before you do anything? Because listen, truth is, you've got a full transformation waiting for you. You've got a full transformation waiting for you, a completely new version of yourself. It's literally trying to emerge. It's trying to break free. But you can't fully step into this new version of yourself while still trying to hold on to the old, still trying to drag along the old belief systems, the old habits, the old way of doing things. You gotta let it go. Drop it. Because it no longer serves you, and it no longer serves the beautiful being that you are stepping into and becoming more of. Okay? Letting go can definitely be scary, right? We know, because we like to grasp shit, hold on to things, hold on to control for dear life, right? Oh my goodness. If any of you are familiar with like the tarot deck, the vision that was coming to me was the 10 of Wands in the classic tarot deck, where the guy is literally hunched over and he's got all these wands on his back and he's just holding on to it. He won't let it go. And that's what you're doing, trying to bring into this new version of yourself all of your old stuff, all of the old things that can't go with you. So you're hunched over, you're holding on to it tight. It's that control that you're holding on to. And instead, you just need to drop it, put it down, and then you can stand up tall and you can say, you know what? I never needed any of that stuff. 11:11 on the timer. Thank you, Spirit message. You never needed any of that stuff. It served you for a time, but it no longer serves you where you're going. So letting go just simply it means that you're surrendering. You're surrendering control. That's it. It means that you're trusting in the fact that you don't need to know all of the answers. And that as you just take one step at a time and put one foot in front of the other, things will make more sense. And the little puzzle pieces will become known to you. You got to release the resistance to change. You got to release the resistance to change. Hmm. Hmm. I want you to know that all good things come from you getting out of your comfort zone. Hmm. And at times, the clarity that you're searching for won't come before you take the leap, before you get out of the comfort zone. The clarity comes after you take the leap. Message. Thank you, Spirit. The clarity comes after you take the leap. Mm. Mm. So I want to ask you something, and I really want you to like meditate on it, like sit with it for a moment. Even once you're done watching this video, like really like sit with this. Where are you holding on to something in your life that you just need to surrender to? What illusion do you have that you just simply need to release? And I feel that as you ask yourself these questions, it'll come to you because you're all knowing what you need to do, the areas of your life that you've been really clinging to, that's simply been an illusion of safety and an illusion of security or certainty, that it's okay for you. You now have permission. Like if you needed permission, you now have permission to just release it and let it go. And you're giving yourself that permission by asking yourself that question. So, just know that any fear that you may have is just temporary. Like it's just for a moment. You're human, you have emotions, and you have a lot of programming within you that you're breaking free of. And so at moments, fear may consume you. The need to control may consume you. But I want you to know that it's simply just temporary. The more you retrain your brain and the way that you think, and you remember who you truly are, and you really, really, really like know thyself, the easier this transition becomes. The easier it is that once you have those moments of fear, you just shake it off and you tell yourself a different story in those moments. That's why affirmations are so important. The way that you speak to yourself is so important. What you listen to, what you watch is so important. The people around you in your circle, everything, all of those things, they all weave together. And they're critical for you at this time. So even taking an inventory of those things is important. Starting to look at yourself from the bird's eye view instead of looking at yourself and your situation through your own physical eyes. Change your perspective. Take a deep breath today. Slow down. Stop running from the discomfort. Sit with it. Allow yourself to sit with it. And when you do, you'll realize that it's just a moment in time. It's not really real. The overthinking isn't helping you. Listening to your soul, listening to spirit, your intuition is what's going to help you. Release the doubts. Allow the trust in your knowing to come in. And when you do that, the clarity that you're really searching for will find you. You're stronger than you think. You're wiser than any doubt. And you're more ready than you believe you are. Give your soul a chance to prove it to you. And with that, I love you. Continue to shine your light. Continue to shine bright. And I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.